Good morning, everyone. I'm pleased to welcome you to this morning's New Jersey Schools of Character recognition ceremony, where we will recognize the state schools of character from New Jersey, as well as the national schools of character from New Jersey. I think it only appropriate for us to start today with a moment of silence in remembrance of those in Uvalde, Texas, who lost their lives yesterday, as well as their families. So if we could just observe a moment of silence before we fully get started, I would appreciate that. Thank you. I think that one of the things that is really stark about our ceremony this morning, celebrating schools that have really worked very, very hard to become schools of character, to emphasize character strengths, not only for students, but staff and parents and community, to build a positive school culture and climate, and to equip everyone in the school with skills that should last a lifetime, is in such stark contrast with what happened yesterday in Texas. I think that the sadness of that is that this is such a recurring theme. And it's doubly sad to think that the pandemic, by closing schools across the country, has been the only way in recent memory that we have been able to quell these school shootings. I hope you all join me in thinking about not only the students and teachers from Uvalde, but everyone and all the families across the country who have been affected by the senseless violence towards schools. I personally find it very hard to fathom, but what I find even harder to fathom is the fact that we somehow have been unable to do anything about it. I hope that changes. I hope that this, if there's anything that could come out of this, would be a change in our thinking on how to cope with this and how to end this in our country. After a rather somber beginning, I hope that we can spend the next hour or thereabouts honoring schools that have worked hard to create the kind of school culture and climate where this is less likely to happen. I won't say unlikely, because I think it would be naive to think that there's any place that is immune from it. So I think that it's certainly apt for us to celebrate those schools that are working to do this work better. And that's our purpose this morning. I was asked earlier whether or not we would cancel the ceremony because of what happened in Texas. My thinking on this is, this is one of the things that can be an antidote to this kind of behavior. So I think we need to continue to celebrate the good work of schools, and we need to encourage every school that we come in contact with to do this work. Understanding that you can't do all of the schools at once. You may have to do them one at a time, but we need to have the perseverance to keep working at this until we can, we can get closer to our goal of every school, not only in New Jersey, but across the country, being a school of character. And that's our purpose this morning, to help to move that forward. So I'd like to begin. I'm Bill Tressheim. I should have said this before, but I'm the president of NJASECD. And it is my pleasure to welcome you to recognize and honor our schools of character. It takes a lot of work and a lot of effort and a lot of thought to become a school of character. It's not something that you just simply sign up for and it happens. One of the things that I would like to do is I'd like to recognize the people from our organization that make this happen. And two of them are co-coordinators for New Jersey. Lori Coletti and Mary Reinhold are really responsible for moving this work forward and have been for the last couple of years. They follow a line of dedicated members of our organization, including Nina Kemps, who was our first director or coordinator for Schools of Character, and Eileen Daknowitz, who followed Nina. So it's a rather elevated group of people who have done this work, and I can only give you my thanks for all the work that you put in to make this happen. It's the reason why New Jersey continues to lead the nation with the most state and national schools of character. It's because of your work. It's because of the outreach of our schools working with each other. And that's been our secret. Our ability to work together as a team, our ability to do that which we can do to make things better in schools. And so I thank both of you. And I'd like to now take just a minute. And here is a list of our NJASECD representatives, members of the board, trustees, and so forth, that all contribute to make this happen. I have to say, it's a great team. It is my honor to work with all of you, and I thank you. Most of you are here this morning, not all, but most, and I appreciate your continued work on behalf of our schools in New Jersey. I'm going to go one step farther and introduce our honored guests this morning, and you'll be meeting them along the way. First of all is Dr. Arthur Schwartz, who is the president of character.org, and Arthur will be speaking about the National Schools of Character in a bit. Lori Seufer, who is the director of the National Schools of Character program. Lori has taken the leadership role for the last several years and done an outstanding job setting that ship right on a good course for the future. And I know Lori's goals are similar to ours, that every school should be a school of character. I'd like to thank Kelly Allen from the New Jersey Department of Education for steadfastly representing this work at the state level. She's been doing it for quite a number of years, and she'll be talking to you in a bit. Karen Bingert, who is the executive director of NJPSA, has been a terrific partner with us since she took over from Pat Wright. And we are so happy to have her, just as we were with Pat, partner with us and our organization. And she will be speaking to you a little later as well. In addition, we have Deborah Cohen, who is the John Winthrop Wright Director of Ethical Education, which is a position that is held within character.org. And Deborah is working on a number of different projects that directly involve students in this work. That is so important. Sometimes we think this is the work of the adults, but student ownership and student voice is so critical if you really want to do this work effectively in the school. So I'd like to thank all of you for being part of this program this morning. And at this point, I'd like to turn it back over to Lori and Mary for their remarks before we move on. So I don't know which one of you would like to go first, but have at it.
My name is Laurie Coletti, and along with Mary Reinhold, we work on as co-coordinators for the New Jersey School of Character. We work at trying to get the schools to understand how to fill out the application, what each principal means to them, how they can take what they're doing in their schools and apply it to the different sections of the application. And our schools do a very good job at really learning the application process and turning their schools into wonderful schools where children love to learn.
Mary?
My name is Mary Reinhold, and I'm the other co-coordinator. And I would just like to congratulate all of our schools. We had a tremendous group of schools this year, and I encourage you to keep going on your journey to character education. And I also offer our assistance. We do have schools throughout the state that we can pair you up with. And Lori and I are willing and able to help you at any time you want. So feel free to reach out. Congratulations again to our 2022 recipients.
Thank you, Mary. The first category today is our New Jersey Emerging Schools of Character. And these are schools that are beginning their character journey. And they have taken the steps some may have done a mock audit, some may have worked with other schools in New Jersey. But these schools have started by putting together an application, and they are, as I say, at the beginning of their journey, and we hope to work with them so that they will become New Jersey Schools of Character in the near future as they continue their journey. We do view the Schools of Character program as continuous development. We actually view the continuous development to go beyond being named as a state or national school of character, and with the expectation that schools will continue to do this work and that they will participate in outreach. And it's one of the reasons why New Jersey has been successful. So these schools are starting their journey, and I would like to introduce Karen Bingert, who is the Executive Director of NJPSA, and she will make some remarks prior to announcing these schools. Karen?
Thank you so much, Bill, and good morning, everyone. As Bill said, my name is Karen Bingert. I'm the Executive Director of the New Jersey Principals and Supervisors Association and a career educator in the great state of New Jersey. I am truly honored to be here today to share in this wonderful celebration of humanity. Schools are often viewed through the lenses of academics, athletics, arts, clubs, and activities, but not often enough viewed through the lens of humanity. Schools are the places where, think about it, every single person who will ever head out into society as an adult will spend childhood. So it is critical that our schools focus on the shared humanity among us. We must pull together and respect each other as children so that the future adults of our world are equipped with a depth of understanding to ensure that everyone's value is recognized and everyone has a voice at the table. Good character and seeing the good in others is not something that happens magically, but is something that can be taught, practiced, and reinforced. Our schools teach character every day, in some ways very intentionally, like how to share toys or how to work in groups. And in other ways, they seize those teachable moments in response to times when best character may not have been demonstrated. There is a phrase that says that good character is what you do when no one is looking. When children are taught to be upstanders and not bystanders and celebrated for the ways they demonstrate their good character, even if it means they stand alone, then and only then can our world truly become one. Remember that only the first person stands alone, but when the first one stands up for what is right, the others who are itching to do the same will follow. And there are far more people in the world who want to do the right thing than the wrong thing, but someone has to start the positive trend. And that's what these schools have done this year. The schools being acknowledged today have made a commitment to empower students to be upstanders and to show good character, even when it is so difficult to do. Because of that, their schools and our world will be better for it. It takes each and every one of us separately and collectively to make our schools, state, nation, and world what we all know that they are capable of being, places of character. Congratulations to the schools being recognized today, and may you each light someone else's candle to make the world brighter for all. And with that, I'm very excited to announce our emerging schools of character. Up first, Beach Haven School in Beach Haven, New Jersey. Congratulations. Elmora School number 12 in Elizabeth, New Jersey. Millville High School in Millville, New Jersey. Great logo too, guys. Mount Pleasant Elementary School in Millville, New Jersey. R.M. Bacon Elementary School in Millville, New Jersey. Silver Run Elementary School, Millville, New Jersey. I think I want to move to Millville. Congratulations to all of our emerging schools of character.
Karen, thank you for introducing our schools and for those comments, which were very, very apt. Our next category is the New Jersey Honorable Mention Schools. And these schools are a little farther along in their journey. And again, as I say, this is continuous improvement. So we look forward to these schools and look forward to the work that they're doing now and the work that they will do in the future. And I'd like to introduce you at this point to Kelly Allen from the New Jersey Department of Education, who has been really a crusader for this work at the department level. And I'd like to invite Kelly to make some remarks prior to announcing our honorable mention schools. Kelly?
Thank you so much, Bill, and the executive committee, my fellow panelists, and all of the schools and guests here today. I'm Kelly Allen from the Jersey Department of Education, Office of Student Support Services. This is one of my favorite days of the year. I look forward to this every year, and I'm thrilled to be here today to recognize the honorable mention schools and all of the hard work they have put into building positive, safe, and supportive cultures and climates. Their focus and dedication to these efforts, especially during the COVID-19 pandemic and beyond, is commendable. The New Jersey Department of Education believes in the important role of social and emotional learning and character education and how critical it is for engaging students, supporting adults, building relationships, and creating a foundation for academic learning. I had a chance to learn about each of the honorable mention schools, and I know all of them embody the ideals of character education and social emotional learning. I'm really excited to honor them today and for them to go home to their schools and feel the sense of accomplishment and pride of all of the amazing work that they are doing. So congratulations to all of you on your hard work to receive the honorable mention recognition. And now it's time to recognize these recipients. So if you want to go to the next slide, Bill. First up, I'd like to congratulate Benjamin Franklin, school number 13 in Elizabeth, New Jersey. Congratulations. The Child Family Center in Millville, New Jersey. Congratulations to Governor Charles C. Stratton School in Woolwich Township, New Jersey. Holly Heights Elementary School in Millville, New Jersey. Lakeside Middle School in Millville, New Jersey. Richard C. Crockett Middle School in Hamilton, New Jersey. Reich Avenue Elementary School in Millville, New Jersey. Valley View Middle School in Denville, New Jersey. And I think there was one more. And West Deptford Middle School in West Deptford, New Jersey. Congratulations to all the honorable mention schools.
Thank you, Kelly. We appreciate your helping us out today. I even more appreciate your comments and the work that you do every day at the State Department of Education. It really, it's really important for us to be partnering with the State Department to do this work. And as I say, we all hold the same goal, and that is for every school to aspire to be a school of character. So thank you.
Absolutely, Bill. And to all of the hard work of the Alliance in supporting the schools and the growing network within New Jersey. I'm definitely happy to be a partner, and the department is really happy to support the Alliance as best we can as well. So congratulations, everyone.
Thank you, Kelly. Our next category is the New Jersey Schools of Character. These schools, some of these schools have been on this journey for a bit. Some of these schools are recertifying because their journey continues long after they were first named schools of character. And to talk about these schools and to introduce them, I'm going to turn it back over to Lori and Mary, who are our state coordinators, and they will name the schools.
Thank you, Bill.
Okay.
Being named a school of character means each school has dedicated itself to support social, emotional learning, identify core values, use a comprehensive, intentional, proactive approach to developing character, create a caring community, focus on moral action and service learning, engage families, partner with community, enrich culture and climate, and embed character values throughout the curriculum. Over the years, New Jersey's schools of character have grown in number and cover the entire state, which means our New Jersey students reap the benefits of the paradigm shift to having solid core values guide every aspect of school life. These schools demonstrate an understanding of expectations for academic integrity, sportsmanship, and ethical learning. Student-driven service learning abounds across our state. New Jersey parents feel welcome in their child's school and are partners with a voice in developing the kind of school their child attends. Kudos to the many New Jersey school teachers and staff who are embracing this change. The parents who work so hard to seek an enhanced environment for their children, the communities who are welcoming our children, and most of all, our children who are happy to come home to a safe, caring school to learn. Please let us now celebrate our 16 New Jersey School of Character.
Mary, do you
Hey,
want to add anything?
Yes, before we begin, I would also like to congratulate all of our schools. I believe Kelly mentioned how difficult it was during the pandemic to maintain the 11 principles and to keep this character journey going in the schools. And I just want to reiterate that we're very proud of our schools. And so let us begin celebrating our 16 schools. I think we missed one, Bill. A. Russell Knight Elementary School from Cherry Hill, New Jersey. A. Russell Knight Elementary School is committed to teaching students to be the kind of people who seek to serve others and are driven to make the world a better place for all. The Knight's creed is one for all and all for one. A. Russell Knight students have opportunities to deepen their understanding of core values through guidance lessons, family grade level meetings, and daily morning meetings. Congratulations, A. Russell Knight Elementary School.
Burlington County Alternative School in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. Burlington County Alternative Academy offers an opportunity for students to achieve their personal potential. Students meet or exceed state and local requirements via programs adapted to each student's needs and abilities. Burlington County Alternative Academy uses the 11 principles to implement character-based initiatives to support good character and to help students act with integrity. Congratulations, Burlington County Alternative School.
Campbell Elementary School from Metuchen, New Jersey. Campbell Elementary School has provided outreach to other schools, districts, and entities at the local, state, and national levels to support character education. Campbell facilitates bi-monthly meetings where district staff collaborate regarding SEL and best practices. Campbell promotes students' personal growth and encourages moral sensitivity. Families have been overwhelmingly positive and supportive as Campbell is responsive to their needs and includes families in planning and decision-making. Congratulations, Campbell Elementary School.
Cinnaminson Middle School in Cinnaminson, New Jersey. Cinnaminson Middle School has come together to support service efforts, community activities, and educational discussion forums, and has been the model school for character education and service activities for the Cinnaminson School District. Cinnaminson Middle School's core values of responsibility, unity, friendship, respect, integrity, trust, kindness, tolerance, pride, and equality are prominently displayed and encompass all aspects of the school's culture. Congratulations, Cinnaminson Middle School.
EJF Aldine Elementary School from Roselle Park, New Jersey. EJF Aldine Elementary School has been long referred to as the school with heart. Serving the Roselle Park community since 1921, EJR Aldine Elementary School has a very diverse population, which is unified through character education. HEART, heart, helpfulness, excellence, acceptance, respect, and trust are the core values that make Aldine Elementary shine. Congratulations to Aldine Elementary School.
Harrison Elementary School in Roselle, New Jersey. Harrison Elementary School supports character building with daily routines by utilizing the pillars of character, conducting morning meetings and brain breaks throughout the day, setting the tone of being responsible school citizens. While incorporating empathy and virtue language into the school culture, Harrison helped build student voices inside and outside the classrooms through respect, volunteerism, and by focusing on character in action opportunities. Congratulations, Harrison Elementary School.
John A. Carusi Middle School from Cherry Hill, New Jersey. John A. Carusi Middle School recognizes the importance of outreach and tries to connect the other schools and organizations in the community. Staff and students created a program called Mustang A Go-Go to visit elementary schools and complete buddy activities. The core values of Carusi, caring, academic, responsible, unparalleled students with integrity, guide the continued investment in their children. Congratulations to John A. Carusi Middle School.
Maple Road School in West Milford Township, New Jersey. Maple Road School has adopted the core values of Project Adventure's full value commitment and social decision-making model. Be here, be safe, be honest, be respectful, set goals, let go, and move on. Maple Road School has embraced these core values and created a strong school community committed to supporting the academic, social, and emotional development of every student. Congratulations, Maple Road School.
McGallard Elementary School in Hamilton, New Jersey. McGallard Elementary School staff agreed that social emotional learning was of the utmost importance. McGallard's PROUD initiative is P for polite, R for responsible, O for outstanding, U is for understanding, D is for dependable. The use of mindfulness activities throughout the day help the students learn in a calm and stress-free environment. Students feel nurtured, valued, empowered, and safe. Congratulations to McGallard Elementary School.
Millstone Middle School, Millstone, New Jersey. Millstone Middle School focuses on maintaining an environment that promotes student growth, both academically and personally. Students have a safe place to be who they are so they may choose activities and initiatives where they feel supported and confident. Millstone's core values are rise up, respect, inclusive, safe, empathetic, united, productive members of society. These core values foster strength to go beyond our school walls and into the community with service learning. Congratulations, Millstone Middle School.
Morgan Elementary School from Hamilton, New Jersey. Morgan Elementary School's mantra and core values are, we are magic, mindful, ambitious, genuine, imaginative, and compassionate. These values align with Morgan's mission to provide each student with a learning environment fostering academic, emotional, physical, and social development. Morgan Elementary School uses magic stars and magic hats to support an intrinsic desire to learn and grow. Congratulations to Morgan Elementary School.
North Plainfield High School, North Plainfield, New Jersey. North Plainfield High School's core values are caring, appreciation, respect, determination, which are the foundation of the Canuck Mentoring Program, as well as the focus for every school club and organization. North Plainfield's high school successful mentoring program has become a model for other schools around the state. North Plainfield provides a rich and meaningful curriculum and a strong character culture for their students. Congratulations, North Plainfield High School.
Red Bank Charter School, Red Bank, New Jersey. Red Bank Charter School focuses on establishing a foundation for good citizenship. The mission of Red Bank Charter School has 3 bedrock beliefs. All children can learn. All children must care for themselves and others. All children should contribute to their larger world. These beliefs drive academics and character education at Red Bank Charter School. This school validates student effort. Each month, 2 students per grade level are recognized for demonstrating a core value through the Charter Champion Celebration. Congratulations to Red Bank Charter School.
Somerset Intermediate School, North Plainfield, New Jersey. Somerset Intermediate School is one of the few schools accepted into addressing ACEs, and trauma through a healing-centered engagement model project. Somerset School partnered with local community resources to design a multi-year healing-centered engagement whole school action plan for school climate and culture. Somerset aims to foster meaningful bonds with stakeholders and meet the needs of students through a whole child approach. Congratulations, Somerset Intermediate School.
Upper Greenwood Lake Elementary School in Hewitt, New Jersey. Upper Greenwood Lake's code of conduct is be here, be safe, be honest, be respectful, always do your personal best, be kind, let go, and move on. Daily classroom practices and school-wide programs promote core values. During weekly project adventure activities, students build self-confidence and trust and practice conflict resolution. Growth mindset, I can statements reinforce positive language each month. Upper Greenwood Lake's focus on school-wide service projects encourages students to demonstrate good character while recognizing a positive impact on the world. Congratulations to Upper Greenwood Lake Elementary School.
Washington Elementary School in Roselle, New Jersey. Washington Elementary School believes the core values of cooperativeness, accountability, responsible decisions, empathy, and self-confidence embrace the value of outreach. As the first New Jersey school of character in the district, Washington Elementary has provided guidance and assistance to many schools. Washington Elementary School strives and succeeds in offering meaningful learning experiences and academic challenges, respecting all learners, supporting development of character, student character, and guiding student success. Congratulations to Washington Elementary School. Congratulations to all our recipients, wherever you are on your character journey. Thank you, and thank you very much for all of your time and effort to support our New Jersey students.
And continue that journey. Thank you. Congratulations.
Next, we turn to the national awards. And to do that, we have with us both Dr. Arthur Schwartz, who is the president of Character.org, and Lori Seufer, who is the director of the National Schools of Character. And at this time, I'd like to invite Dr. Schwartz to make some comments and some remarks about this whole effort from a nationwide scale. But before I do that, I'd like to personally thank Dr. Schwartz for his leadership since taking over as the president of Character.org. His perseverance as our leader, his dedication to doing this work stems long before he became president of the organization. It's been a lifelong work of his to support this work from public schools through upper education, most recently at Widener University, and now as the president of Character.org, he has had a remarkable impact on this work across the country. So with that introduction, Arthur, would you like to say a few words?
Thank you, Bill. Thank you so much. Let me just share with you a little bit about my own background. I started as a school teacher in the school district of Philadelphia, teaching 9th grade English. So for all those schools right across the river from Philadelphia, Camden, Cherry Hill, but all the schools throughout New Jersey, I feel like you're so close to me physically, as well as all the work that you've done to become a school of character. I'd like to first thank Mary and Lori for just an incredible description of each of the state schools of character. I read each and every one of those applications, and Mary, Lori, you really just hit the mark in terms of what came out to me in terms of the descriptors to really explain each of the school's exemplary practices. I also want to say thank you to Kelly. Kelly, I share that this is one of my favorite days of the year. Where else can you hear so many creeds and mottos and touchstones? I remember reading Aldine's heart touchstone, and it just lifted me up. Where else but today can you hear about exemplary practices related to service learning, peer mentoring, mindfulness practices? It really is special. So thank you, Kelly. I share with you how special of a day it is. And Karen, well, I need to tell you, Karen, I had a contract to, first I retired from my professorship, and I had a contract to write a book on upstanders, on moral courage during adolescence. And so for you to talk about that, Karen, meant so much to me, how important it is for all of us to, okay, I failed retirement miserably, but I'm still gonna write that book, but being an upstander is so important. I know all of you are teaching your children, inspiring your children and students to be upstanders. So with that, just a few final remarks before I have the honor to recognize each of the national schools of character for 2022 from the state of New Jersey. First, I will always remember the first time I spoke to Eileen and Bill about New Jersey's secret sauce. What really made this state so incredible in terms of nurturing and cultivating so many state and national schools of character. And they said so many things that I've written on my wall that I look at every day, but I just want to talk about three briefly right now. To each one of the schools, to everybody who is tuning in right now. First, Soar with your strengths. Yes, there are 11 principles, and sometimes you have to understand, sort of the best practices in each of those, but don't ever forget to soar with your school strengths, whether that's relationship building, whether that's student voice, whatever it might be, parent engagement, soar with your strengths. That's how we get to be excellent. Soar with your strengths. And second, especially for those who are at the state and national level, I understand why you might lose that sense of the growth mindset. Hey, we're here, or we're almost here. But there's so much as a school culture that you can continue to learn about how to create this culture of character. We ask our children, we ask our students to have a growth mindset as the school. This is what Eileen and Bill told me, to really, to that secret sauce is creating that growth mindset in each and every school. That's number 2. And last is this idea of outreach. Boy, Lori and I talk about that secret sauce that New Jersey has, how you are able to work with other schools and to support them, to mentor them. So this third and last one, that secret sauce, is to inspire. You have to be inspired. So take this moment of feeling sort of we did it, or we've made progress, and keep that inspiration, bottle it, because that's how you're going to really, along with perspiration, and that's how you will aspire to have a moment where every New Jersey school becomes a school of character. So soar with your strengths, have that growth mindset, and to inspire, be inspired. Thank you for listening. And at this point, I'd like to recognize the 2022 National Schools of Character from the state of New Jersey. First is A. Russell Knight Elementary School, Burlington County Alternative School, Campbell Elementary School, Cinnaminson Middle School, EJF Aldine Elementary School, the John A. Carusi Middle School. By the way, Carusi, their touchstone is CAR. I don't remember all the character traits, but what a wonderful touchstone. So congratulations. Joyce Kilmer Middle School. I reached out to Joyce Kilmer Middle School and spoke to their team when they received that national recognition. What a joyful moment for me. Also, the Maple Road School, Millstone Middle School, Morgan Elementary School, North Plainfield High School. I must say, the first time I stepped foot into North Plainfield High School was with my dear friend, Professor Maurice Elias from Rutgers University. So thank you, Mo, for introducing me to North Plainfield many moons ago. Also, Red Bank Charter Academy, Somerset Intermediate School, Washington Elementary School. Congratulations to each and every one of our 2022 National Schools of Character from the state of New Jersey. Congratulations, everyone. Back to you, Bill.
Thank you, Arthur, and thank you for those inspiring words. And I think that that you're absolutely right. One of the secrets to doing this work is to help others do it. And that we've been very fortunate in New Jersey to have schools, lots of schools that have done just that. They have served as mentor schools. They have continued to work with our organization. They've been readers. They've been national site evaluators, and that outreach is very, very important. So I encourage all of you who are with us today to consider what you can do to continue your journey, whether you're an emerging school, whether you're an honorable mention school, whether you're a state school of character, or whether you're a national school of character. There's always more that you can do. And we know that this work makes schools a better place for everyone, not just the students, but for the adults that are involved in the school and for the entire community. So continue to do the work, but take time to celebrate, because this is certainly noteworthy. And we are very proud of the work that all of you have done. And so we do hope you take this back to your school and you take this opportunity to enjoy this recognition that you're getting today. Those were kind of my closing remarks, but you know, those were my congratulatory remarks. But my closing remarks really have to do with an opportunity that is coming up next week, June the 2nd. You know, normally what we would do, and we could do this in person, is that following the ceremony, we would go to a conference with a set of breakouts, with the ability to hear hear information on different aspects of this work, to network with others. And as much as we always enjoyed that, and we do hope to do that, hopefully as soon as next year, we'll have to see what the situation is and what makes the most sense. But since we couldn't do that this year, since it was not really in the cards for us to try to do something in person, what we've decided to do is to do a webinar. And next Thursday, June 2nd, 2022, we're doing a webinar. It'll be on Zoom. It's called Reducing Stress, Dealing with Differences, or Building Community. Character is the Answer. And we're actually going to start off this webinar with a keynote conversation. And that conversation is going to be moderated by Nathan Fisher, who I believe is here today with us because he has a school that is so honored today. I know Phil is here today with us, Phil Brown, who is the founder of NJASECD, and the aforementioned Dr. Maurice Elias, who is an international figure in this work. And he's been a tremendous friend to our organization. And Phil and Maurice are going to talk about their journey in this work, whether it's from the standpoint of character, whether it's from the standpoint of social emotional learning, or whether it's from the standpoint of school culture and climate. And that's how we're going to start. And Nathan has agreed to moderate that discussion. So I know I'm certainly looking forward to hearing what will be said in that. But that'll be followed by 6 choices of breakout sessions. And those choices are on topics that we think are really important that connected to this work. So anybody who comes and joins us for this webinar will be able to sit in on 2 of the breakouts. There's simply not enough time to do 6 different presentations. So you'll be able to choose from 2 of the 6 topics. And thanks to Lori Coletti's work, you'll also be able, following this, to see information about each of the 6 topics. So this is going to be held next Thursday, June the 2nd, from 4 to 5:30 p.m. It's free. It's sponsored by NJASECD. What we are asking that you do is that you contact us at njasecd@gmail.com to request a registration link. And we do ask that you do register for this so that we know who's going to be there and what exactly we need to do in preparation. Registration will be open up until the day of the webinar. We'll get the links out as soon as we hear from you. And we hope that you'll join us, because as much as we love to be able to do this in person, we think that this is probably an alternative that would be certainly preferable to doing nothing. And the work of Edward Everett Hale always comes to my mind when I say that, because Edward Everett Hale is very famous for his quotes, but the one that I'm going to paraphrase is, and this is probably not a great paraphrase, but don't let the fact that you cannot do everything that you would like to do prevent you from doing that which you can do. And so this is something that we can do this year, and we're pleased to offer it. And we hope that you'll sign up and be with us next Thursday. So that's my pitch. And I hope that you will join us. So finally, I'd like to thank everybody for attending. We have people from all of the schools and hopefully some other folks from NJASCCD. Please take a minute before you sign off today to enter your name, your school, and your position in the chat so that we do have a list of who is in attendance today. That would be very helpful to us. I also would like to let you know that we do have, and you may have already received this, we did put together a brochure, which we would normally do if it was an in-person celebration. That brochure is in PDF form. If you have not already received it, let us know and we'll send you a copy. That we certainly welcome the fact that you can share that as well with the folks at your school. We will be putting a recording of this event up on the NJASCCD website, so you can use that in your school as well. And that will be up probably within a few days. So I'd like to end today by thanking all the participants, whether the participants were people that were behind the scenes, whether there were people who were up front making comments, or whether there are people who are doing the work in the schools of New Jersey. You are all important. You mean, your work means a lot to us, and it really helps us keep going. I will once again offer that if any of you would like to be more active in our organization as a volunteer, we're open to having you join us and help in whatever way you can. There's lots of different ways to volunteer. You know, you can serve on the board, you can serve on a committee, you can do whatever it is, according to Everett Hale, that you can do to help this work, because we absolutely know that this is good for schools. So with that, I would like to thank you all for attending today. And I hope that you will take this opportunity to enjoy this recognition with your school, and that you will continue this work into the future. Thank you very much for being here today. Take care now.